front of them, and the two sat down and got ready to paint. "So what do you want to paint first?" Kyoko asked. "Well, I was thinking we could make paintings out of those photos we took," Fuku said, grabbing the cameras the two of them had used to take the photos. Kyoko nodded. "Sounds good." Fuku handed over one of the cameras, and the two got to work. Painting quietly by the roadside, Kyoko found the experience quite pleasant. It was so quiet. She loved the new home and family, but sometimes she wished it wasn't so constantly noisy. Like all the time. Right here, the only noise came from the wind, and the sound of their brushes, and this allowed Kyoko to fully focus on her painting. Currently, she was working on recreating her picture of a crane in a lake, and she thought it came out pretty well. A mostly blue painting, with a single white crane that somewhat resembled a crane. Okay, it wasn't all that great, but Kyoko understood when people her age were back to create the next masterpiece. Doing something like came with practice, and Kyoko was only 6. And Kyoko was confident in that notion until she looked over at Fuku's painting. Now, Fuku's painting wasn't a masterpiece, but it was leagues better than Fuku's. Fuku had chosen to recreate her picture of a rabbit coming out of its hole. It had perspective and detail, and the rabbit looked 100% like a rabbit. "How are you so good at this?" Kyoko asked in shock. Well, I wouldn't say I'm dashed before Fuku finished her sentence. She looked at Kyoko's painting, and quickly decided to stop that sentence right there. "Well, I had lots of practice. Pretty much all I did was read, paint, draw, write and cook. And I stopped thinking a whole lot once. He locked me in my room, so I started painting and drawing more. So I'm sure if you practice you'll make paintings even better than this one. Actually, here let me show you something. And that's how you draw with perspective," Fuku explained. Fuku brought out a new canvas and showed her how to paint a lake properly, without just making the whole canvas blue. "Now you can paint some trees, and you can make the crane look like it's coming out of the water," Fuku said. "Watch." Kyoko watched Fuku intensely as she started painting. It was a very slow process, as Fuku hesitated before every stroke, looking over the painting each time she did anything as if constantly judging herself, trying to discern the best course of action to properly paint the picture. Her hand was absurdly steady, something Kyoko had taken notice of, but now could fully appreciate. There were no quizzes, no involuntary movements, no awkward lines. Fuku painted trees, and the sun, before finally painting the crane. "There, now if you really want to improve it you can add some details," Fuku said. "You'd be really surprised how much some lines can make a picture feel more alive." She was not wrong. Fuku added some very carefully painted lines, and it made the whole painting much, much better. "So, did you understand what I was doing?" Fuku asked her. I think I do." Kyoko understood what Fuku told her, but she wasn't sure if she could actually put it into practice. "Can you help me practice?" "Of course." Fuku nodded, putting her painting aside, and setting up a fresh canvas. "Let's just try to get this crane panting right. Just remember what I did and try to do it again. If you start messing up, I'll help guide your hand. Just try to focus." Kyoko nodded, and she picked up the brush. She took a deep breath and started painting. And you're done, Fuku said, putting her hands together and looking happily at the picture. Kyoko looked over her work inquisitively. Overall, it was a vast improvement on her original painting, by basically just being a worse version of Fuku's painting. Although given how good Fuku's painting was in her mind, making a worse version of it was still something she was amazed by, and for the most part, she had done it herself. Fuku had helped her out, of course, guiding her hand for a few seconds here and there, putting her on the right track, but this was still 70% undoable. "So do you want to try doing it on your own?" Fuku asked her. Kyoko nodded, eager to see how much she'd manage on her own. "Alright, well let's just see how you do," Fuku said encouragingly. XXXXXXXXXXXXX. After painting for about an hour, they decided to move on to something else. Archery. Twang! Darn! Kyoko pouted as she saw her arrow fly past the target and fall to the ground a few feet away. Fuku had set up a target very close to Kyoko so her tiny arms could muster enough force to actually hit the target, and taught her how the basics of how to use the bow. However, Kyoko wasn't having much luck in actually hitting the target at all. Her arrows flew to the side, stopped before they could hit the target, and even sometimes went backward. She'd been able to graze the side of it once, but never did she actually rest of their practice session. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX putting the bait on both hooks. Now, we just have to throw the line in. Kyoko nodded and watched as Fuku sat down in one of the folding chairs she brought and grabbed her fishing rod. She was learning a lot today. And while none of these things is anything she had wanted to learn, she was appreciative nonetheless. Alright, just do what I do, Fuku instructed her. Raise your pole, back over your head. Fuku raised her pole, back over her head, with Kyoko doing the same. And then just throw it over. But keep your grip tight, so you don't let it run. Fuku continued. Like this. Fuku threw the rod over her head, and the hook flew into the water. See, Kyoko nodded. She tightened her grip around her rod, as hard as she could, before tossing the hook into the water. Good job. Fuku praised her, giving her an encouraging smile. There was a light in Fuku's eyes that Kyoko hadn't seen before. A sense of joy Kyoko couldn't quite place the source of but was appreciative of it nonetheless. Now we just wait. And so they did. They just sat there, with nothing but silence between them for a little while, before Fuku worked up the courage to speak. So, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to know. What happened? That's when you went outside with Mommy and Nana. Why were you so upset when you came back? Kyoko frowned, and looked away from her, not responding for a while, as she considered what to even say. Part of her, a very significant part, wanted to refuse. To tell Fuku she didn't want to answer. But another part of her remembered that she needed to open up to other people if she wanted to get better. And maybe, just maybe she learned something else from Fuku. They wanted to know why I don't like people very much. Kyoko answered. And the reason was, because I'm angry, and I'm jealous. I'm angry and jealous because of how everyone else is with their parents. And even though I have a new daddy now, one that loves me, I still feel these things and I feel dash. Ugly. She heard Fuku finish. Kyoko's eyes widened, and she turned back to Fuku and looked at her in shock, only to see a very, very sad expression on her face. You feel ugly and ungrateful, and like you should be happy, and because you're not, that there's something wrong with you. Fuku continued, her tone was cold, and that light in her eyes had vanished completely, replaced with a dull sadness that left Kyoko agape. H, how did you know? Kyoko asked, her voice so quiet it was pretty much a whisper. Because I feel like that too, Fuku responded, her voice still cold, and she looked to be staring at her reflection in the pond. Back when I was still with him, I read books about people with loving families, best friends, or lovers, and I feel, well, I'd feel great at first. I'd put myself in their place, and I'd just imagine I was them, and I'd feel amazing, until I heard my father call me. Then I remembered who I really was, that I had no friends, or loving family, and I felt angry and jealous, at least for a little bit, before all the fear washed it away. Kyoko was just looking at her in shock, because was, while not exactly the same, eerily similar to her own experience. And she'd never expected someone as timid and gentle as Fuku to feel anger and jealousy like she did. She seemed too nice for it. And now, I still feel like I'm not anything like the characters in my books, or manga, or anime. Fuku continued. Even though I have nice people who care for me, I finally have a loving family, some things are just wrong. I can't call Izuku my father. Even he's basically the father I've always wanted. I still can't call him that because when I think of the word father, or dad, or anything like that, I still think of him. The way she said this, her tone suddenly seemed to become bitter and angry in a way that Kyoko never thought she'd hear from her. He's still here, not in person, but part of him is still with me. Still trying to hold me. Fuku's voice was trembling with rage and sadness, and tears were beginning to form in the corners of her eyes. I can still hear him sometimes, judging me, insulting me. Sometimes I can even feel him hitting me. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. He can't touch me anymore, but everything he did still happened. It made me enter into this. He made me not able to call someone father. He made always afraid that someone's trying to hurt me. He made it so I can't know myself. But thanks to those candies, I know exactly what he's supposed to be. And I hate him. I just hate him so much. And I dash. Fuku was cut off, as suddenly Kyoko launched herself at her, enveloping her in a tight embrace before she started sobbing into her shirt. Hey Kyoko, what's wrong? Fuku quickly put aside her own feelings and looked down at Kyoko with great concern. Did I do something? Oh, or say something? What's dash? I am. Kyoko struggled to speak over her tears and sniffles. It sounded like she was choking on her own words. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Kyoko didn't sound sad. She sounded happy, overjoyed. Those words hit Fuku and hit her hard. I'm not alone. She was crying because she finally found someone who understood her, who felt similar to how she felt. She was crying because she wasn't alone. And now Fuku was crying for the same reason, tears slowly falling down her eyes. We are not alone. In a house full of trauma, Fuku always felt like she handled it the worst. Arian Kay, despite going through things that were even worse than what she went through, seemed fine for the most part. Way better than her. Oftentimes she'd lament being unable to let go of the past like Ari and Kay seemed to be able to. She felt like she was being pathetic. No one else was like this, so why was she this way? But hearing that someone else shared her feelings was liberating. And so she dropped her fishing rod and let Kyoko tightly, and the two embraced for a while. Fuku didn't know how long the embrace lasted. Maybe minutes, maybe hours. She just lost track of time. They only separated when they heard a quite concerning sound. Grrrr. Both girls looked up, before looking back down at Kyoko's stomach, which was the source of the noise. I'm hungry, Kyoko admitted, blushing with embarrassment at something like this interrupting such an important moment. Fuku's eyes widened, and her face went white. I was planning to cook up the fish that we caught. Kyoko's eyes also widened, as she realized that because of what happened, neither of them had caught any fish. After getting Kyoko some of the snacks she'd brought along, using those to hold them over, the two continued fishing. I got one, Kyoko shouted as she started reeling it in as fast as she could, pulling the small fish out of the water, and into the air where it flopped around, doubling on the hook, before Kyoko grabbed it. More food. Great job, Kyoko. Fuku praised her before she got a chub on her own line. I'm getting one too. Fuku started reeling it back, and some of it. She pulled the fish out of the water, and into the air. Whoa, it's as big as my arm, Kyoko said, looking at the fish in awe, as Fuku put it in her bucket. The two had been at it for quite some time now, pulling in fish and placing them in two separate buckets. It wasn't a competition, given that Fuku had more experience. It was more so that way Kyoko would pick up the bucket and say that Seichi was the one who caught those fish. It was to make her feel proud, and it worked too. Sometimes Fuku would see her stare back at her bucket and smile, and that made Fuku smile along with her. But in between cooking the fish, they would talk. So, do you hate people who haven't had bad things happen to them, sometimes? Kyoko asked her, as she threw her line back in. I used to, just a little bit, Fuku answered. But it always felt wrong to do that. It's not like they ever did anything bad to Fuku, so Fuku shouldn't want bad things to happen to them. So whenever I used to feel like that, I just think about my books and wonder. Kyoko looked up at her in awe, as if she just said something revolutionary, before going into thought. Can you give me some manga so I can do that? I really want to stop being so angry at people. Of course. I know this one about a fox girl that will absolutely melt your heart. Fuku told her. Her face lit up with excitement as she began to rattle off titles she'd used to comfort herself over the years. They stopped their talk momentarily to reel in more fish, before moving on to another topic. How do you move on so quickly? Kyoko asked next. You weren't able to go out of your room at first, and yet you can do all this. That means I haven't moved on much. Well, I wouldn't say I moved on, Fuku admitted with a pout. I'm still really scared of doing new things. Honestly, I was scared you'd reject me when I asked you to go camping. It's hard, really hard, to force myself to do all this, but I need to do it. When I ate that candy, I finally knew what it felt like to not hate myself, and I want that. I want it more than anything in the whole wide world. I always have, even before I ate that candy, but now I want it even more. So I need to work really hard to stop being afraid and do what I need to do to feel that way again. Fuku looked down at Kyoko, who looked up at her with eyes that sparkled with amazement. And Fuku felt her heart fill. It was now that Fuku started to really feel that Kyoko was her younger sister. Eri, Kei, and Kiba always felt like they were her older sisters, even though she was older than them. Because in Fuku's mind, an older sister was one that guided and taught their siblings. One that helped them through difficult times, and through experiences they'd already been through. And while Fuku had done her fair share of that with Eri and Kiba, but those were outliers. For the most part, those girls had guided Fuku through her recovery. They helped her move forward when otherwise she'd be paralyzed with fear. But right, or rather, about the entire day, Fuku had been guiding her, showing her how to do things and giving her advice on how to push forward. It felt overwhelming and amazing. A bit scary, she was concerned she might say something wrong, but she literally just said she had to push past things like that, so she did. When you have to do something really scary to get what you want, just think about how badly you want it, Fuku advised, before flashing her a bright grin. And don't be afraid to rely on others for help. Honestly, I don't know how far I could have gone if Eri and Kay weren't there to help me. If you feel like something's too much for you, you can call Eri, Kay, Rizika, or me, I if you want. Kyoko smiled back at her and nodded. Fuku was truly glad she decided to go on this trip. Sis, Kyoko looked like she was enjoying it, with a plate of fish in front of her, and some of the food already in her mouth. It's so good. Fuku was working on a grill nearby, cooking up the fish they caught. Are you sure? I didn't overcook it or put on too much seasoning? Kyoko shook her head. No. I love it. I'm glad, Fuku said, giving her a relieved smile. I haven't cooked much on a grill, so I was worried I might not do it right. You worry too much, Fuku. Kyoko reassured her, shaking her head before stuffing her face with more food. You're really, really talented. I think you know more stuff than anything at home, except Daddy. I doubt that. Fuku quickly denied it. Besides, there's no way I'm anywhere near as amazing as Kay, or Eri, or Kiba. Those guys are just on another level. Kyoko didn't quite agree with that notion, but wasn't really able to find a way to argue against it, so she just kept quiet and kept stuffing her face, and soon she forgot about it altogether, because the fish was that good. As Fuku was finishing up her own plate of food, she noticed the sky was beginning to change color. Oh, Kyoko, quickly come here. Kyoko looked up from her food and saw Fuku walking towards the edge of the lake. Curious, Kyoko got up and followed her, bringing her plate with her. The two sat down at the edge of the lake, their friend sat down on the rocks, and soon Kyoko saw land. Wow, this was not Kyoko's first sunset, however, it was her first time seeing the sunset over a lake in a forest. Seeing the sun slowly go down behind the mountains, as the sight reflected in the crystal clear waters of the lake, was one of the most beautiful things Kyoko had ever seen. Kyoko couldn't even finish her sentence, as soon her mind just focused on taking in the sight in front of her. Fuku herself was overwhelmed with joy, both that the sight was as awe-inspiring as promised, and that she wouldn't disappoint Kyoko. The two just stared at the sunset for a while, until the sun finally went down. And when the sun went down, the stars came out. Kyoko gasped when she saw them. She'd obviously seen stars before, but never as clearly as now, thanks to living so close to the city. But now she could see what the sky looked like without all the light pollution, and witness the as they were meant to be, and the reflection of the lake made it all the more beautiful. How are there so many? Kyoko managed to ask. Nora said something about all the lights in the city making it harder to see the stars. So if you go far enough away, you can see them like this. Fuku explained. It's really amazing light. Audie, her eyes grew to the sight in front of her. Eventually, the two managed to continue eating, but their heads still remained tilted upwards, as they stared at all the different stars in the sky. Eventually, the two of them got tired and retreated into their sleeping tent. Wrapped up into their sleeping bags, they continued to look up at the night sky. Did you have fun today, Kyoko? Fuku asked her hopefully. To anyone else, the answer to that question would be obvious, but Fuku just had to make sure, in order to shake her fears of defeating. Much to her relief, Kyoko nodded her head. Today was amazing. I learned so much, I ate great food, and I got to see so many amazing things. And it was all thanks to you. Fuku felt like her heart was going to burst from joy after hearing that. Her face went red and she felt a smile form on her face. Thank you. I tried really hard to plan everything out. Kyoko looked over to Fuku and gave her a joyful smile. Can we go out again sometime? And can you bring Eri and Kay? Of course. That sounds wonderful. Fuku quickly agreed. Everyone's been through so much. And I know we're gonna have to go through some hard things in the future too. So I want to make as many good memories as possible. I'm hoping that if we make enough good memories, ready to go to sleep. VRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR over to see who it was. Oh, it was Mamie. Well, I knew this was gonna happen eventually. Izuka sighed as he picked up and answered the phone. Hello Mamie, it's been a while. Hey, Margarita, it really hasn't. Mamie responded. So I just put out the radio. I just got out the meeting. And see who owns it's been a while since. Guess what? It's time for you to open your highly dangerous bundle of joy. I guess it's been long enough. Izuka readied himself to accept a new face to the house. Alright, tell me about them.